Ripple has just initiated a step that has the potential to alter everything that we are aware of about XRP and the cryptocurrency market. The corporation has submitted formal legal paperwork that permit the burning of up to 55 billion XRP coins, which is more than half of the total amount that is currently in circulation. This momentous move is going to cause a tremendous supply shock, and it has the potential to drive the value of XRP to heights that have never been seen before. In the next video, we will discuss the specific implications of this for XRP, including how the burn process operates and the potential implications for your investment. I'd want to begin by discussing the legal file that Ripple submitted in the state of Delaware. The filing gives Ripple the authority to begin the process of escrow liquidation through the use of public fire events. This indicates that Ripple has the ability to destroy a significant portion of the entire supply of XRP at predetermined periods. How come Ripple would want to do anything like this? The reduction of the total amount of XRP that is now in circulation is a purposeful move that is being made in order to promote scarcity and drive up demand. Let's take a look at the data to have a better understanding of the size of this fire. Approximately 100 billion coins are available for use with XRP. It is possible that 55 billion of those coins would be lost for good if Ripple goes through with the burn on the cryptocurrency. The available supply has decreased by 55% as a result of this. If you have a fundamental understanding of economics, you will be aware that the price of XRP is expected to increase as a result of this reduction in supply. The value of an asset has a tendency to rise when it gets scarce, particularly if the demand for the asset remains the same or grows. In addition, Ripple is aiming for just that to happen. What does this imply for the price of XRP at this point? In the event that 55% of the overall supply is used, it is not difficult to conceive of a situation in which the price of each coin may potentially explode. It is possible that the price of XRP might reach more than $100 per coin, taking into consideration tokenomics and the history of the market in the past. In point of fact, the calculus indicates that this is not at all impossible. On the other hand, let's not get ahead of ourselves. In just a moment, we will refer back to that topic. Despite the fact that the formal burn event has not yet taken place, we have already witnessed some interesting activity on the market. These enormous institutional investors, known as whales, have been purchasing XRP at a rate that has never been seen before. In point of fact, 120 million XRP were purchased on Binance's OTC platforms just a few hours before the burn news was issued. That would not be a coincidence at all. When whales begin purchasing enormous quantities of a cryptocurrency, it is typically an indication that they are aware of something that the rest of us are not fully aware of. XRP is being purchased by these whales at this time. They are aware that the price of XRP is set to increase, which is the solution to your question. In light of the fact that the forthcoming fire event will reduce supply, it is only a matter of time until demand begins to increase. It's almost like having a signal from the inside. The supply shock that is going to strike the market when XRP begins to be burnt is something that these whales are getting ready for. Moreover, this is the point at which things become even more intriguing. It is possible that Ripple's burn event will have a considerably more significant impact than simply moving the price of XRP upward. Ripple may then send a message to the rest of the globe that they have a more expansive plan for the future of XRP. Ripple has been working to establish itself as a frontrunner in the field of global payments, and the burn may prove to be an essential factor in ensuring that XRP acquires a major place within the ecosystem of the financial institution. In addition to this, it is essential to take into consideration the wider ramifications of this burn. Through the course of history, we have witnessed how the burning of a sizable amount of a cryptocurrency's supply may result in a considerable increase in its value. Take, for instance, the halving occurrences that Bitcoin underwent. Every time the block reward for Bitcoin is reduced by half, the price of the cryptocurrency goes up. This is a circumstance that is also extremely comparable. In essence, the burn event of XRP is a built-in scarcity mechanism that has the potential to imitate the scarcity mechanism that Bitcoin has utilized in the past. To have a better understanding of the larger financial ecology, let's take a moment to step back and reconsider it. Additionally, XRP has been acquiring a substantial amount of momentum among financial organizations, particularly banks. Large financial institutions such as JP Morgan and Bank of New York Mellon, together with other key participants in the world of finance, have begun implementing Ripple's technology for international payments. As a result of the burning of XRP, which will reduce the supply of the cryptocurrency, the value of XRP is anticipated to grow, making it a more appealing choice for these institutions. Because of the increasing value of XRP, banks and other financial institutions may be more likely to utilize it as their preferred bridge currency for transactions that take place across international borders. The method that Ripple is employing is obviously geared toward elevating the value of XRP over the course of the long run. To increase its revenues in the short term, the corporation is not only attempting to raise the price of XRP, Ripple, on the other hand, is aiming to establish XRP as a central participant in the global payment system. By decreasing the overall quantity of XRP and boosting the demand for it, Ripple is laying the groundwork for XRP to play an even more significant role in the future of financial services. Just a few months from now, in October 2024, Ripple is planning to have its annual Swell conference, which is where the formal burn event is anticipated to take place. Both investors and experts, as well as financial institutions, will be paying great attention to this event. There is a high probability that the market will react in real time when the initial batch of coins is burnt, and the repercussions might be quite significant. The whales are already entering the market early, and Ripple has already begun the process of prepping the market. However, the real price movement is anticipated to start when the first burn event actually takes place. This is when the price action is likely to commence. Let's take a look at the potential that lies ahead. After the burn event has taken place, there is a possibility that a few significant events will occur in the market. To begin, there will most certainly be an instant increase in price. It is possible that the initial burn of 55 billion XRP may cause a surge of purchasing activity among individuals when they become aware that a sizable chunk of the entire supply has been permanently destroyed. Because of this, scarcity would begin to take effect, which would drive demand even higher. And second, there is the possibility of expanded institutional acceptance. Ripple's technology is already being utilized by banks and other financial organizations for the purpose of making international payments. Furthermore, as the quantity of XRP continues to decrease, it is expected that the cryptocurrency will become more appealing as a settlement token. Ripple has established itself as a frontrunner in the world of finance, and as XRP becomes more rare, financial institutions may be more willing to adopt it for huge transactions. Ripple has positioned itself as a leader in the financial sector. Third, there is a possibility that retail investors would also participate in the market. Investors in the retail sector are likely to take note once the price of XRP begins to increase. It is possible that the price of XRPs may hit new all-time highs as a result of a perfect storm produced by the combination of a decreased supply and increased demand from institutional investors. Although there is a significant possibility that the value of XRP may increase, there are also hazards that should be taken into consideration. There is a possibility that the burn event will be subject to regulatory problems, particularly in the event that governments start to investigate Ripple's conduct more thoroughly. Additionally, much like any other type of investment, the market is very volatile, and price swings can be difficult to forecast. Short-term swings may be a factor to take into consideration, despite the fact that the long-term prospects for XRP appear to be positive. As an investor, what does all of this imply for you or your business? In the event that you are in possession of XRP, this burn may present you with a big opportunity to make substantial gains. On the other hand, just as with any other market event, it is essential to conduct your own research, handle your risk, and as you probably well know, keep yourself updated on the most recent news. The explosion is only the first step in the process. In the journey that XRP is taking, there are many more stages to come, and if we are being really honest, the route to $100 per coin could be closer than we think it is. Since we are getting closer to the formal burn event that will take place at Swell 2024, you can anticipate that the market will react more and more to every piece of news that is released regarding XRP and Ripple. Now is an exciting moment to be a member of the XRP community, and if Ripple's approach goes as intended, we may see XRP go from being a relatively unknown cryptocurrency to becoming one of the most valuable digital assets in the world. This would be a significant achievement for the XRP community. After all is said and done, this burn event has the potential to be the impetus that propels XRP into the mainstream. It is important to pay attention to XRP at this moment, regardless of whether you are an experienced investor or just starting out in the world of cryptocurrencies. The shock to the supply is on its way, and when it arrives, it has the potential to completely alter the game. Please note that the intention of this movie is solely to provide educational and informative content. It is not advice on financial matters. Before making any decisions on investments, would you kindly conduct your own research and discuss your options with a financial advisor?